Hey guys, Jack here. On a Saturday afternoon. Well, just about noon anyway. Everybody is off to the Cold Springs, and I'm stuck with dog watch. Right, Haru? I got doggy watch. Went to the Cold Springs where you can't bring your dogs because they got enough there already. Enough freeloaders there already. So, having another birthday party today, so I opted out. Hello, let you enjoy the scenery. The scenery from the front porch. From the road. From the road. No rants today, guys. Sorry. So the rain has finally stayed away. Well, it didn't stay away. It stopped at about 8 o'clock this morning, which is why they all decided to go to the Cold Springs, or continue their plan to go there. And thankfully, watching the dogs is a good excuse. Hopefully this rain will stay away now. A little earlier we even had some sun. It's been trying to come out. Roads are starting to finally dry up. Alright guys, let's go to the viewer mail. We'll go and answer your most honest and deep questions being asked of this wonderful channel of mine. Yeah, right. This show about nothing. We'll just keep this running while I go over some of them. Okay, for the Philippines Islands of Lost Souls, we've got Mr. Beehive. Not one beehive, not two, 3 beehives. No questions though. Okay. Go to the next one. Even our shopping trip was a rain out. And these are the titles followed by the questions or comments. Not on subject. Just seen Philippine antics, but I did not watch. Just looked at the duration, 1 hour plus. No airline. For someone at death's door. I think I mentioned that, didn't I? That's 3 in a row. 3 live streams in a row. And they were supposed to go to one of the candy towers. But I guess that trip was canceled because I guess Heidi ate too much cake or too much Chowking. See, I watched it. I watched it. Tuesday talk. I told Brian he was butthurt and get over it. I know what he was talking about there. I don't know. You got to put out something, right? You got to put out some kind of content. He was just doing his madman imitation, like a lot of channels have been doing lately. The madman imitation. You won't see that here. In fact, I haven't even seen a madman video in probably over a week now. Don't intend to. And then we got Heidi Understands. And that's just a short. Tell us on your next video, if you feel free to, the story of all your dogs. The mother, the father, where did they come from? Sounds stupid, probably the most. But I don't remember you talking about it in the past. I might have been in the head or something when you said it in the past, but I'm curious. I'm sure others are too. Well, story of the dogs. All right. I haven't said it in a while. We got Heidi back as a puppy when she was about 6 weeks old. We bought her from a breeder up in Iligan, near Iligan City. How much did we pay? I think we paid 15,000 pesos for Heidi. That was within the first 2 months that we retired here. Actually wanted to get 2 German Shepherds, but they only had the one at the time, I think. if I remember it from 3 years ago correctly. And then we got then we got Haru, and Haru was about 4 months when we got him. Girl had stopped by, some friends of Lynn's had stopped by with a couple of their husky puppies about 2 or 3 months after we got Heidi. And I didn't know what they were stopping by for at the time, but they just showed us the puppies, and we were like, oh, okay. And then we went to Sekior, I think we went to Sekior, and that's when Lynn told me that they were looking to sell the puppies. That's why they brought them by, and I didn't know that. But then they said they would give us one because it was the first litter of dogs for the mother, and I didn't know if that meant anything or not. So then we went ahead and took Haru in, and of course we weren't going to take him for free, so we gave him some pesos for it, or for him. And then we went back to the U.S. for my heart surgery last year, and then that's when we had the accidental pregnancy with Heidi and Haru, and she had 9 puppies, Heidi did, and then we were looking at keeping about 3 of them, and then we had what we had actually gave one away, and then we got, before we could do anything else, we were taking them for walks every day, twice a day, and then one of the puppies got parvo, and it was gone in 24 hours, and then we ended up losing 3 more puppies to parvo. And with deep cleaning of the compounds and everything, and then we've been keeping them pretty much secluded on the compound since then to prevent others, because they were fully vaccinated at the time. And still haven't figured out how do the dogs that are vaccinated not get parvo. And then you have all these dogs outside of the gate who never even seen a vet. None of them get parvo. I just don't get it. We lost 4 puppies to parvo. And then they've been in seclusion pretty much ever since. But we have taken them to the beach. Take them to the cold spring sometimes, depending on which cold spring we take them to. And then after the deaths of those 4 puppies, there was no way we could get rid of the rest of any of the other ones. So we ended up keeping the 4 of them. Muffler, muffler, muffler. Have you ever heard that before? So that's how we ended up with all the dogs. And of course, we've gotten ours fixed. All the females have been fixed now. All 4 of them, including Heidi. We have no plans of getting any more dogs. And then of course we have Blackie outside. He's just been a stable fixture of the house since I got here, and evidently since the house was being built. And the cats, 1,000 of those too. Well, not 1,000, but we probably feed close to that much. So that's your answer on that one. Back to the next comment. What are you doing, buddy? Huh? What are you doing? That's Mr. Mustache, I call him. And Philippines sunset. Ah, beautiful. Watch out for the snakes. Yep. Always a concern. Now. Wasn't a concern at all until last week when we found that cobra, but it's on the property, so yeah, it's definitely a concern now. And then calling all mad S-Bag fans. I find it weird that when he goes on the attack, he often refers to his genitals and other people's genitalia. It's very weird, and I have my thoughts on why. Some people that were abused as children regress to these antics. Man, this was 5 days ago. I missed that one. I'm pretty much caught up on a lot of my comments, but I missed that one. I couldn't agree more there to answer that. Could not agree more. Then we have random thoughts on a Sunday. Cats kill snakes. They are way faster than a snake. No need to worry about your cats. Yeah. I understand that. What we got next? Philippine Island of Lost Souls. Oh, those lost souls are lost in space. Yes, very true. Joe Bro in the Philippines. There you go. There's another one. Joe Bro in the Philippines. I loved it. Loved it. Oh, he's got his dream motocross bike, right? His green monster there. His green Kawasaki. Then he hugs it and kisses it. Like, really, that's your biggest dream in the world, getting a Kawasaki dirt bike. Wow. That's all I'll say on that. I don't watch him very much. Philippine Island of Lost Souls. Yes, they are. Yep. Friday's Walk and Talk. Giving up watching G Moner, same as J Moner. Yep. 90% Philippine Island of Lost Souls. Hello. See what happens at my house, guys? People walk by, people drive by, walk by, just say hello. Not like other people's situations, apparently. Here we go. 90% of YouTubers are poverty poor, and would have to return home without YouTube. That is very true. We've seen that numerous times. Brian and Tess in the Philippines, he had to go back to Australia to earn some more money. Now he's given up YouTube because he's afraid it'll affect his Aussie retirement plan or his paycheck there. So he's been keeping it on the down low. But he has returned, and they're even talking about moving out of the country. Last I saw. I actually like his channel. And you got the R&R show. If he don't make it here on YouTube, he has to go home. Which is probably why you saw so many collaborations. The collaboration Yahtzees. The collaboration Yahtzees who just sit here every day and paint that paradise picture. As the pigs die, as the chickens die, as people visit and say, what a great life you guys are living over here. What a great life they're leading. Yeah, interesting how these collaborators will get together every couple weeks. They're all together again, promoting their channels with each other, trying to draw each other's subscribers in and views in. Here's another good one, guys. Jimbo pays for his beer by dumping a huge wad of money on the counter and tells the clerk to take whatever it costs. That he's too drunk to count. that is so true. But you notice he'll take his glasses off. Oh, I don't have my glasses. My glasses. Oh, I can't see without my glasses. Oh, okay. Yeah. There's a reply. I don't think it was by me, but it could have. Nope. Wonder why he isn't back in Michigan for construction season. Fired. That's another good question. Why did he come over to Cambodia in the summertime? Pretty much in Michigan, you can only do construction for a few months, right? Summer, spring, summer, and so part of the fall months. I don't think you can do much in the winter time there. So why isn't he wait until the winter to come over? Interesting though. Maybe he did get fired. Maybe. And also, still think Jimbo is here, guys. If you look on his wife's channel, she made one of his favorite foods, according to her comments. It's Jimbo's favorite. Oh, getting busy.
Hi guys.
Hey, how you doing? What was it, pork adobo she was making, I think? And she said said in the comments that it was one of Jimbo's favorites. So I think he's there. I think he's there. I think his wife maybe she told him he couldn't get online. He couldn't put out any more videos. Plus their internet sucks. If you saw our latest live stream. I've been watching her live stream just to see if Jimbo is there. And I think he is. She's making it. Was she trying to let the cat out of the bag by saying it was one of Jimbo's favorite meals? I think so, maybe. We'll see. He's still putting out that old material though. Monday rain out. Fighting each other for one dog. That's all the problems with the dogs in heats here in heat here. Yep. The packs. See? Nobody's bothering the female here anymore. She's probably already trying to get us to adopt her puppy. One, going anywhere without a gift, not good at all. Alright. Like I said, I agree with that. Talking about what I said about having the birthdays and the weddings here, and some people just showing up with their with their plastic bag for the leftovers. 'Cause when the meal's gone, so are the people, it seems. That's not a dig. It's just how it is. All right, moving on to the next comment. When Craig moves across the street, there you go. All ready for him. All ready for him. When he moves down the street, will you help him walk the loop that I walk in the morning? Be a good neighbor to Craig. Here we go. And then we got another reply. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be a good neighbor to Craig. Sorry, but I'm not gonna shake his hand though. If you watch his videos, you'll understand why. I'm not shaking his hand. I'll pat him on the back too, but I won't shake his hand. Tuesday talk. Doctors in the Philippines make less than the average expat's monthly Social Security payment. We got another guy. I earn more yearly than Marcos does. It's probably true. In legal pay, that's probably true. And as far as doctors go, yeah, that's probably true. But also, you can understand why. And that's true. You get what you pay for here in the Philippines as far as medical goes, in my opinion. If it's anything serious, I would not get it done here. Especially here in Mindanao. Jack's Pinion. Next one. Expat inbound. He'll get his YouTube channel issued at the airport. Good one. Yeah, that's probably true for the Dumaguete airport. You fly in there when you fill out your arrival card. That's when you get your channel name. I've noticed that the first time we went to Dumaguete for a CMP exam, if you know what that is. And you just we got off the ferry boat, pulled into Dumaguete, got off the ferry, drove to the hotel, and bam! Every coffee shop we passed by, there must have been 5 or 6 expats in each one of them. The Tuesday talk. Sounds like Mr. Douglas on Green Acres. But it wasn't Mr. Douglas, it was Mr. Haney. It is Mr. Haney for sure. That new guy I was talking about. He looks just like Mr. Haney. I'm going to try to sell my tractor and my RV now. Would you like to buy it, Mr. Douglas? Mr. Douglas, I'll give you a good deal on it. Here we go. Bob's Big Boy and Love Lost in Space reference. Lucky he didn't find his pig on an open flame. Count your blessings. Yeah. Referring to the 39-year-old broke man in the Philippines. It's funny because you can only blame one person. That's yourself. Nobody wants to take responsibility for their actions. You want to let your pig go, and it's like just coming out here and letting your pig go and roam the neighborhood. Yeah, some people might take offense to that, especially if you're in there eating Lynn's garden or any of the crops here. If you've got them out there in the rice field eating rice all day, I have a feeling that the farmers would be upset about that. But he takes no responsibility. It's not his fault. Just send him money. Too many of these guys over here. Referring back to that comment about the YouTubers needing the money. Yeah, they do. They do at that. I don't know if it's 90%. I would think I would venture to say it's over 50. They need it. They wouldn't be able to live here without YouTube. Alright guys, last one. And this one is the preparing for the return of the goat. And Jimbo being the goat. Chantu actually commented on Kim's video where she shows Jim's text asking her for another chance because he made a mistake and drank alcohol. Chantu said that Jim even messaged her while he was there with Kim. Then Jim comes into the comments trying to defend himself and threatens Kim with telling his side of the story, as if it's anywhere even close to being bad for Kim. He is so pathetic. I can't agree more with that. That one says it all to me. I've read those comments. I read those comments. Like I said, which is why I think Jimbo's here. Jimbo's back at home with the wife and keeping a low profile for as long as possible. For as long as possible. Eating his favorite meals. Hey, Heidi, I think they're jealous. You were jealous, Apollo? You're on duty. You are on duty. Right, Heidi?